So in a nutshell, I'm going to talk about how to properly navigate a revolution while not losing your mind. So the date that I'm filming this video is June 1st. Yes, June 1st, 2020. And if you're watching in present time, cool. Or if you're watching in the future or in the past, then it is probably imperative that I let you know that we are in the middle of basically what I hope to be a racial revolution. George Floyd has recently been wrongfully murdered, and the whole country, if not the whole globe, has kind of stood up. And it's been something really unique to navigate. I prided myself this year, and especially during this quarantine, on really finding spiritual balance and spiritual strength, being able to really sort of have this sense of control over my emotions and over, you know, my anxiety and those things that I've been working on for a long time. And the truth is that this whole situation did a number on me. Honestly, for the past few days I've just kind of been crying a lot, and I've been in bed a lot, and I felt like I've undone a lot of like spiritual work that I've, you know, been proud of. But the truth is that I woke up today and I said, you know, I know my role in this revolution. I've been trusted with a lot of people's energy who like trust me to, I don't know, share whatever insights that I have. I think that I can serve as some sort of guidance, especially for the subject that we're going to talk about today on this video, which, if you read the title, is, I don't know exactly what I'm going to title it, but it's along the lines of how to maintain spiritual alignment and emotional balance during a time when the outside energy is so chaotic and so heavy, and rightfully so, but you do want to make sure that you're still taking care of yourself. So this is for empaths. This is for anybody who is just sensitive or is really feeling what's going on collectively right now. I just kind of wanted to come on here and play my role in this revolution, and I hope that that is maybe at least, you know, not just a visionary, but at least somebody who you can like connect with. And I don't know what the point of that is. Staying silent on what's going on right now is complacency, and you know, I've been using my platform to speak on how I feel about it and to share ways that people can donate and people can sign petitions and stuff. Having, you know, some size of a platform, no matter how big or small it is, it's still a platform and there's still an audience. So I want to make sure that I'm at least, you know, playing my role in the revolution, which is going to be the very first thing that I discuss in this video. So something that is super imperative when it comes to the revolution is knowing which role you want to play, which role you're meant to play, and which role you are comfortable playing. So for instance, a big reason why I was feeling really down in the dumps these past 2 days is because I haven't really been on the streets. I haven't been physically protesting, to be honest with you. And that is because I'm still choosing to quarantine right now. I live with my mother, and I'm very protective of her health, and so it just doesn't feel right for me to not be quarantining. It doesn't feel right for me to go to a protest that I know is a huge conglomeration of people. And mind you, I am a full supporter of the riots. I'm a full supporter of the protests, and my body is aching because I want so badly to be there and to physically be a part of history. But the truth is that there are a lot of different roles that somebody can play in a situation like this. I found this graphic, and I'm forgetting the name of the artist. Deepa Iyer, I don't know, she's incredible though. She has a beautiful like worksheet that comes alongside with it, and I'll link it. But it kind of breaks down the different roles that you can play in this revolution. Not everybody is going to want to be, you know, on the front lines throwing bricks, you know, speaking face to face with police officers, but also not everyone is going to be comfortable with the behind the scenes organizing of it all, or being a healer, or being a teacher, or being a visionary. You know, whatever role it is that you're meant to play, whether it's, you know, garnering more signatures for a particular petition, or if you have a lot of followers, you know, really pushing donation links. So, you know, whatever that looks like for you, I just want to make sure that you are finding a way to participate that is authentic to you, and that you're not feeling guilty if you're not doing more of one or more of another. It's not a matter of how you use your voice, it's just a matter of the fact that you're using your voice. Silence right now is complacency. So you want to make sure that you're doing something, just not that you're pushing yourself to do anything that it doesn't feel authentic to you. If you're somebody who's more docile and wants to ride on the air of love and light, I get that, you know, I identify with that as well. You know, I think we could all use more fire right now, but I would say, you know, lead that narrative, step into that healing power that you have. Like I said, whatever it looks like for you. The second really important thing that I would really recommend every empath and every sensitive person who's really feeling the energies right now, I would say to just allow yourself to feel what's coming up. It's been a really long while since I felt genuine anger. I'm not a person who's easily angered, and so feeling the feelings of anger, of being mad, felt weird to me, and I wanted to find ways to expel it, and I wanted to like meditate through it and breathe through it and journal through it. And like, while it is important to do the things that, you know, belong in your spiritual maintenance toolkit, it's also important to just let yourself feel what it is that you're feeling right now. Sadness, anger, frustration, helplessness, hopelessness. You know, we're mourning. We're going through a huge cathartic moment in history. We're hopefully seeing the beginning of a new chapter, and that transition is not going to be easy, and it's going to invoke a lot of emotion that perhaps we're not the most comfortable with, but that is okay. Don't push yourself to get through an emotion, because that means you're just not dealing with it. Let the emotion move through you. Don't identify with it. I am not sad. I am feeling sad. I am not mad. I am feeling mad, and I have X, Y, and Z as to reasons why, and that's okay. Being human means being capable of experiencing a range of emotions and not letting them define you, but rather learning from them, understanding them. You know, in order to do half of what it takes to lead a revolution, you do need to feel sadness and feel anger, because that's gonna fuel you transmuting it into something light and productive, like a world where people aren't killed for the color of their skin. So, yeah. Another thing that I think is really important during a time like this is to have a support system, whether it's within your family or your friend group or even online. I found a beautiful support system of people just on Instagram or Twitter reaching out to me and sharing their love and sharing, you know, their experiences. If there's anything that I can safely say about what we're going through right now, is that we are going through it. It's a very, very unifying thing that's happening globally right now. And so the sense of community that we are able to build through something like this is really, really beautiful. And it's something that I think we all can really benefit from, just like finding a tribe, finding a support system, finding people who feel the same way that you do about what's going on, or that can understand you and can hear you. We're more powerful in numbers, and not just on the field, but emotionally. We need each other. The next thing that I would say is super important when it comes to maintaining your emotional stability during a time like this would be to digitally detox. I realized that one of the nights where I fucking spiraled was a night where I was for 2 hours literally just watching a live stream of protesters outside of the White House, and I was in it, and I was crying the entire time. And the next morning when I woke up, I was like, no live streams today. It's important that we stay informed and that we know what is going on. I think social media has been the greatest tool for something especially like this, but you want to monitor how much of it you're ingesting, because it can really drag you down, make you forget about like eating and, you know, the life that you live in your home. Also, on the subject of social media, I would also highly recommend you unfollowing anybody who is triggering you, whether it's because they are overloading you with, you know, maybe the more negative aspects of what's going on, or if they are not saying anything at all and you realize that they've been benefiting off of their privilege and don't actually have an empathetic bone in their body to speak up on what's going on globally. Don't feel guilty about unfollowing those people, because I have been unfollowing them all and feeling great about it. One of the last ones that I would say is to find a creative outlet for you to let out the emotions that you're feeling. I'm a writer by nature, and I've definitely been, you know, writing a lot more lately, but what's been going on has really pushed me to just put it into words and share my words, and I think it's been a really beautiful outlet. If you're connected to writing, I would recommend that, or if you like to draw or paint or even make music, I think it's really important to channel all of the energy that we're building emotionally into something that is creative. If it's inspiring you to write poetry or to create something, I don't know. I'm not a creative. You know, knit a Black Lives Matter scarf. I don't know. Whatever it looks like for you, I would really say to push yourself to express it, because, you know, there's a lot of energy going on and we kind of need to just put it somewhere. If you're not putting it in protesting, then maybe put it in a little tune and upload it on iTunes and I'll listen to it. The second to last thing that I would recommend is that you respect your boundaries and that you have those boundaries in place in the first place. I live with my mom, so some mornings I wake up and I'm feeling super, you know, social justice warrior. I want to, like, you know, run into her room and tell her all the things that I've, like, you know, read about and all the things I'm feeling. And sometimes she's like, Jazz, I've been up all night reading about it and I kind of need my, like, and I kind of need my break from it right now. And I'll say, that's totally cool, Monica. And vice versa. Sometimes she comes out of her room with, like, you won't believe what this orange man said. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling okay right now and now's not the time. So make sure that you have your boundaries in place. You know when you're able to handle more information. You know when you're not able to handle more information. You know when you want to talk about it. You know when you don't want to talk about it. And respect that fine line, because there are some people who don't want to talk about it simply because they're uncomfortable with it, and that's when you should be talking about it. But there's also times when people just are a bit overwhelmed, and you have to respect that. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, be kind to yourself. I know that this is something, I mean, just this whole year, because I don't know if you guys know, but there is still a pandemic happening. This whole year has really been uncharted territory. It's been something that there's no really guidelines on how to navigate, so there's no right or wrong way to do any of it. But be kind to yourself. If you're me who was beating yourself up for not, feeling safe enough to go protest because of the pandemic, know that it's okay. You're still doing your part and playing your role in other ways that are equally important. We all need each other in order to make this work. If you feel like you've fallen off of your spiritual wagon or out of alignment, or you're not keeping up with your routine that normally makes you feel good, that's okay. This is very unprecedented times and it's always waiting for you to hop back on when you're ready. Yesterday I was not at the vibration that I am at today, but I knew that I could get back to this vibration simply by just wanting to and dedicating to it. Let yourself ride the waves. It just is what it is. This is a roller coaster for all of us. But yeah, so on a final note, just please be kind to yourselves, kind to each other. Black lives fucking matter, and if you take any offense to that, please leave. There's no reason for you anywhere near any of my content. And please be safe, and please be mindful of what's going on. You can subscribe if you want more content kind of like this. You can also check me out on Instagram at JasmineKylene, or visit lagdaluna.tv for more of my content. Otherwise, yeah, just be good. Be a good person if you can. That's all.